Hey, what's going on guys? eSkater here, and today we'll be range testing, top speed testing, and hill climb testing the Exway Atlas 4-wheel drive. If you're new around here, my name is AMMAR, and I'm an eSkater and content creator based in the UK. My goal for this channel is to be a resource for electric skateboarders through reviews, tutorials, and ride videos. So if any of that interests you, smash that subscribe button and join me on this journey. Before we kick off with the ride, a bit of context on the conditions for today. The temperature outside is 7 degrees Celsius, and note that colder weather does affect battery life and performance. The rider today will be a good friend of mine, Harvey. With his backpack on, he weighs just over 11 stone. That's about 75 kilos or 165 pounds. I will get his thoughts on the Atlas 4-wheel drive and the specs towards the end of the video, so do make sure you stick around for that. For me, having Harvey do these tests is great for two reasons. Firstly, I can actually use my camera rig to get some decent footage, which I can't do if I'm riding by myself, and more importantly, his weight is much closer to that of the average eSkater compared to me at 120 kilos. A range test with my weight won't be massively beneficial to most viewers as they weigh far less, so it won't be realistic. But I will of course do my own range test later and share the result with you guys. With that said, let's dive straight in.
Always think of you when spring comes, like it's something in the air at that time. Don't know why. Always dream of you when spring comes. It's like the heat on my skin takes me back to the time met you on a Friday, halfway out at the door of the club, playing soul on the weekends. Stayed in bed till Wednesday. Fell in love with you right there and then. I was young, couldn't see that. Couldn't see that. Too cold, too cold. Saw your face in the crowd, and I think without eyes. Heard you.
It's just the right amount of carb between like being able to carry it at high speed and not be too wobbly. Yeah, this is great. It feels really nice. Yeah, just want to ride it more now.
Never thought I would see you this soon, but hope she really loves you. 'Cause I swear you deserve everything. Wish that I knew that sooner. We got sober, it was over, but I told you I'll do it all over again. At your place over spring break, a heartache. I do it all over again. Do it all over again.
So we're at 58% on the board, 70% on the remote. We've done roughly 7.4 miles, mostly in gear 3, occasional bit of gear 4, but yeah, pretty good.
Happy for the two of you. You wanna be friends, but I don't think I can. But I wanna be happy, happy for
Yeah, cool. We're on 40% battery, 63 on the remote, and we've done 10.8 miles.
Have you felt any noticeable decrease in the torque?
No, it still feels pretty strong. I'm running in gear 3, so I'm sure if we're in 4, it'll probably be even stronger. So.
you and I, we never show emotions, we just keep it down inside. Yeah, you and I, both longing for expression for the things we like, but we stay quiet. Hold me now, tell me things, tell me all about how you feel. Just let yourself go. Say it loud, wake the world on the other side, make it real. Just let yourself go, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Oh yeah, just let go. Ooh, just let go. Just let yourself go. Let yourself be in you. We're holding back each other in the things we do. It's all so blue. Yeah, what if we?
So, yeah, the board's down to 8%. The remote's on 58. We've done 15 miles. Kind of that is it, really, power-wise. We've got no. It's 8%, but it's basically dead now.
It's not worth riding anymore.
No, you're kind of cruising along at 2 miles an hour.
So we did finish off that range test on a consistent uphill, didn't we?
Yeah, so we've got, I mean, 15 miles, considering it's four-wheel drive.
What was your riding style, and what kind of modes did you ride in throughout this range?
We kind of gave it an average kind of ride, so we dipped into 4 occasionally. We did some big hills on it.
We did like 2 speed tests.
We did
three incline tests.
Yeah, we've done, and then
So
just some average riding in sort of gear 3. So we've kind of done an average ride mix, really,
Yeah.
rather than just go for like, oh, this is gear 3 and we're trying to crank out as many miles. We're just trying to be realistic. Yeah.
So 15 miles, it's not bad at all, is
15 for like a good ride, you know, a good solid ride.
it? Yeah.
We weren't caning it from start to finish, and we weren't,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
quite-
going along
quite
like a
realistic
tortoise.
ride, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I mean, like an average ride, you know, we've done 15 miles. If you were going to go further, just put the charger in the backpack, find somewhere to charge. How quick does it charge?
3.5 hours.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, even if you topped it up, you know, and you didn't get a full battery, like
The thing is,
you'd
how
probably get
often are
enough-
you really riding for 15 miles non-stop anyway?
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
going to stop for a coffee or something at some point.
exactly. I mean, we've been out for like a good couple of hours, so
What do you think about riding the Atlas at speed then?
yeah, amazing. I mean, like we did the Digbeth bit, and gear 4 probably hitting 30 or just over, and it felt really stable still. Yeah, loved
You
it.
didn't feel any kind of twitch with the board that was going to start?
No, and I just wanted to do that again. Actually, it was so good.
Such a good thrill, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. Really nice. I can put street wheels on this. Probably get bigger range with street wheels as well. Maybe 20 miles out of it.
We'll do a range test with street wheels, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm sort of 11 stone-ish, so kind of average rider maybe.
What do
Yeah,
you think of the build quality of the board?
yeah, it's Exway. You know, it's pretty solid. Like I mean, X1 Pro, I've never had. I've had one belt snap, and that's it.
Everyone bangs on about specs, but not many people talk about the ride feel. How did it feel like to ride?
Oh, just amazing. Yeah, really.
Did it feel like a premium product, I guess, to ride?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it kind of like, you know, it's sort of, I suppose it's in the same market as the GTR.
You've ridden the Evolve. How does it compare in terms of torque and just general ride feel?
I think I prefer the trucks on this, because the Evolve probably feels more carvy than this, but then a bit less stable. So I think I prefer
trucks, yeah.
these trucks, because it gives you the stability and the carve all in one there, really.
Have I told you to say anything in this last portion, or was that all your thoughts?
No, that's my thoughts. I mean, like my first board, I've got, like, I own a Flux, I own it. And my first board is an Exway 1 Pro. Great board. Bought it second hand. Yeah, brilliant. And I love the remote. I mean, it's the same remote as the one I've got on my X1 Pro. Love the gear setting. I think the good thing about the gear setting as well, if you've got people trying it out that haven't ridden before,
Yeah.
put it in the safe mode. You've got like curves in the app, so you can change the you know, the curve, the speed, you know, dynamics.
The
You put it-
acceleration curve. and stuff,
yeah, because you put a kid on it, they just straight away just go.
So what's your conclusion then on the Atlas? Would you buy one?
Oh man, it's really nice. It's like nice and carvy. it's like still pretty stable at speed as well. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking it's going to be carvy, but is it going to be stable? And definitely was stable enough, I think. Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't hesitate to get one.
So guys, let's recap all of the results. We started the ride with the board fully charged, and I was tracking the whole ride with the Strava app. With his backpack, Harvey weighs about 75 kilograms or 165 pounds. The temperature outside today was about 7 degrees Celsius, and the tires were inflated to 50 psi. Range. So we gave the board a very realistic test, riding only in gear 3 and gear 4. Harvey wasn't fully throttling the remote the whole way, but equally he wasn't taking it easy on the throttle by any means either. We ended the ride with the board at 8% because it wasn't that fun to ride with the battery that low. That said, we did climb a long hill towards the end of the ride with 14% battery, and I think had we stayed on flat terrain we could have creeped closer to 16 miles. But we wanted this to be a real world test. The total range which Harvey got was 15 miles. Now Exway advertises the range on the 4-wheel drive Atlas at 16.7 miles or 27 kilometers. Given that Exway reached this figure by testing the board in gear 2 with a 80 kilogram rider on flat terrain at a steady speed, I think it's quite impressive that we reached 15 miles today while putting the board through its paces, and not forgetting at 7 degrees in outside temperature. In my experience with 5 previous electric skateboards, I found that the range varies considerably with cold weather. So I'm going to put the real world range estimate for a 75 kilogram rider at 15 to 17 miles, because I think if we did the same range test at the height of summer, we'd gain an extra 2 miles on the range. I will of course put that to the test when the weather improves. For now though, it seems like Exway's range estimate is spot on. Top speed. In terms of the speed, Harvey was able to reach 29 miles per hour in gear 4, and he still wasn't at the end of the trigger, although he thinks he was pretty close to full throttle. I was with him when he hit this speed and he was absolutely flying past. Exway say the Atlas 4-wheel drive AT can reach a top speed of 31.7 miles per hour or 51 kilometers per hour. And once again, given our testing today, I think this figure is spot on with what you'll be able to expect. Hill climb. So during the ride, we did hit 3 significant inclines, as well as numerous smaller inclines to test the uphill torque and performance on the board. And the board performed impeccably here. But we simply don't have any hills around us steep enough to test whether Exway's claim of 40% or 22 degrees hill climbing ability is realistic or not. So instead, here's a clip of Daniel Kwan, who's 70 kilograms being pulled by an 80 kilogram rider on a 4-wheel drive Atlas up a 30% incline. Pretty insane.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I think that video really speaks for itself, and I don't think it's unrealistic that the board will do a 40% incline because the torque offered from the 4-wheel drive on the Atlas is just bonkers. Before ending the video, I just want to reiterate that this board is a pre-production model, and I can totally imagine the production Atlas being even more powerful. If you're looking to get your hands on an Atlas board, please use my discount code AMMAR. As well as saving you money, it does help out the channel too, so I really appreciate it in advance. That's about it for this one guys, but I am working on releasing my detailed Atlas review. I just want to get at least 100 miles on the board before, so I can give some genuine and honest insights. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss it when it drops. Until then, I've been eSkater. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and I'll see you soon.
That's so quick.
Amazing. That was crazy.
Nowadays, nothing really is only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's I got wifey on blinking, she freeze.